What if one narrow sea passage could shake the entire global economy? We're talking about the Strait of Hormuz, and current tensions are raising serious global concerns. If Iran were to close this critical shipping route, the consequences would be catastrophic. Oil markets could crash, economies could slow, and international tensions could explode. The question is, what would actually happen if the Strait of Hormuz remained closed? To understand the threat, we first need to look at why the Strait of Hormuz is so important. The Strait of Hormuz is a narrow waterway connecting the Persian Gulf to the Arabian Sea. Its geographical location makes it an unavoidable choke point. Despite its small size, this strait carries nearly 1/5 of the world's oil supply every single day. This is a crucial artery for global energy. Major oil exporters like Saudi Arabia, UAE, Kuwait, and Iraq rely on this route. If it's blocked, millions of barrels of oil cannot reach global markets. If the Strait of Hormuz stays closed, the global impact would be immediate and severe, starting with energy markets. Experts warn that oil prices could instantly jump above $100 per barrel, or even higher, due to the massive supply shortages. This sudden spike would lead to higher fuel prices, expensive transportation, and rising electricity costs, causing inflation to hit everyday life around the world. A prolonged disruption would send economic shockwaves far beyond the energy sector, severely affecting global growth. Economists predict that energy shortages could slow down industries, raise manufacturing costs, and lead to an overall decline in global GDP. Countries heavily dependent on imported oil, especially China, India, and Japan, would face immense economic pressure and instability. Closing the Strait of Hormuz is not just an economic move, it carries a massive risk of military escalation. A blockage could trigger a military response, as naval forces might move in to escort tankers and clear the critical route, escalating the crisis into a broader confrontation. The United States Navy and its allies are historically pledged to keep international shipping routes open, emphasizing the high stakes of any disruption. This brings us to the biggest question: how long could a closure realistically last? While some experts believe a full, sustained closure would be difficult because even Iran relies on this route for its own oil exports, the threat remains potent. However, even a partial disruption lasting just a few weeks could send massive shockwaves through the global economy, proving the strait's fragility. The Strait of Hormuz is truly the most important oil choke point on the planet. The world is watching closely because if this passage remains closed, the effects will be felt across fuel prices, global markets, and international politics for years to come.